Happening first at 4, KU campus hosts a variety of events in recognition of Native American Heritage Week.
And one of our reporters finds out how students balance employment on campus with full class schedules.
Good afternoon, I'm David Elliott.
And I'm Lisa Andersen. Thanks for joining us.
As the semester winds down, peer health educators look to help fellow students prepare for finals. KUJH-TV's Nicole Levin has more.
Peer health educators are offering students a study break every Tuesday night at Anschutz Library from 8 to 9 o'clock for the rest of the semester. PHE gave free water bottles, healthy snack bars, and brochures with a variety of study tips to the students. Ken Sarber and PHE are encouraging students to make healthy choices to enhance their studies.
Stay away from the energy drinks, drink lots of water, have a healthier snack rather than going after candy bars or anything like that, which is going to make them burn out during their study time rather than having the energy to get through all of their academic needs.
KU student Joseph Ramirez says that the snacks help him stay focused and alert while studying.
I think that they should keep doing it because it's a good study break and you get a little hungry when you're doing homework, so it gives your brain a little bit of energy.
In addition to making healthy choices, remember to get plenty of sleep. According to PHE, 8 hours of sleep each night will help students cope with exam stress and maintain healthy lifestyles. Nicole Levin, KUJH-TV News.
KU announced yesterday Alan Black, a professor emeritus of urban planning, has established a $1.4 million commitment through KU Endowment. The gift will create the university's first professorship in urban planning. Black, a KU professor since 1981, specializes in transportation planning. Chancellor Bernadette Gray Little said in a news release, Black's commitment is a milestone for the university's program.
The underground food court may be a quick place for students to stop and grab a bite to eat, but for some it also means employment. KUJH-TV's Neam Gambir brings us the story.
Students at the University of Kansas have the option to encompass themselves in on-campus jobs. The underground food court in Wesco Hall employs a vast majority of KU students who work there while in full swing of a day of classes. The underground's general manager, Jason Arnett, makes a clear statement about the juggle between work and school for student employees.
What we tell students when they come to work for us is that school is more important than anything else. We want them to go and learn.
Given Arnett's outlook on school as a top priority, one student voices his opinion of the balance between work at the underground and school.
After working here for about 3 years, I learned how to balance school and work, and school always comes first. But it's really nice working at the underground because it's pretty convenient.
Despite working as an employee at the underground for 3 years, Zach says he has built a connection with his place of work.
Worked here for so long, it just almost feels like a second home because I'm almost here most of the time. But it's always nice having the option of grabbing food and knowing what I can get.
The underground management team trains their employees who are students to put school first, and students like Zach follow and manage to stabilize the two well. Neam Gambir, KUJH-TV News.
This month is Native American Heritage Month, and KU has numerous events and guest speakers in recognition. Lauren McClenny of Positive Community Norms spoke earlier today at Strong Hall. KUJH-TV's Zach Malley has more on the story.
Wednesday afternoon in Strong Hall, Laura McClenny gave a presentation about restoring communities and ending health terrorism. McClenny has worked as a member of the Positive Community Norms Institute, an institute that deeply believes to be successful and make change, it must work with the community. McClenny specifically worked with the Navajo American Indians in New Mexico and focused on lowering the drug and alcohol use in the area by looking at the plus side.
The whole model is about focusing on the positive things that are happening and the things that promote wellness.
When looking at the long and slow process and numbers from the countless surveys given to Navajo American Indians, it points out a flaw with service and prevention work done all around the country.
The main message from this model is that it's really time to transform the way we do human service work and definitely prevention work in communities, whether they're American Indian communities or not.
After 5 years in the community, the group recorded an 8 to 10% change in the drug and alcohol use in the community, including drinking and driving. Izat Meli, KUJH-TV News.
Coming up after the break, we'll find out why members of Governor Brownback's administration resigned Tuesday.
And we'll check out the latest on a hurricane-type blizzard that hit Alaska early this morning. That and more when we return.
Americans is struggling with hunger. Who's the 1 in 8 in your life? You can help today. Visit feedingamerica.org/1in8 to find your local food bank.
Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. You'll discover healthy and loving animals, just waiting to become a part of your family. Believe in the spirit of the season. Adopt your new buddy from a shelter today. Find out more at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. In state news, Governor Brownback's Chief Information Technology Officer resigned Tuesday after controversy over his degree. Jim Mann started his $150,000 paying job only last week, claiming to have a business administration degree from the University of Devonshire. But several reports about the validity of this school led to his resignation. Brownback conceded that his administration did not thoroughly review Mann's educational background.
And a winter storm with hurricane-strength winds moved into Alaska early this morning. The Arctic storm brings not only blizzard conditions, but high seas and winds of up to 100 miles per hour as well. The National Weather Service called the storm a powerful and extremely dangerous storm of record or near-record magnitude. Frigid winds are currently ripping across the Bering Sea and could cause more damage than warm winds could. Low-lying and coastal areas may be in serious trouble. The wind chill was at negative 4.1 degrees Fahrenheit at 8 a.m. and the rate of ice assertion reached 15.6 inches this afternoon.
And in national news, Penn State University football coach Joe Paterno announced this morning he will retire at the end of the season. The resignation comes after pressure to quit following sex abuse case involving his former defense coordinator, Jerry Sandusky. In statements, Paterno expressed regret for not acting sooner after learning of the allegations, saying, "This is a tragedy. It is one of his great sorrows of my life. With the benefit of hindsight, I wish I had done more." He says he's devastated by the recent developments of the case and grieves for the victims and their families.
The first accuser to publicly say Republican presidential hopeful Herman Cain sexually harassed her spoke to reporters today in Chicago. Cain is accused of sexually harassing 4 women during his time as the head of the National Restaurant Association in the 90s. He says all the allegations are false and they won't stop him from running for the White House. In talking to reporters today, Sharon Bialek said she was glad to see that she was not the only woman allegedly affected.
I'm so proud of the other lady for coming forward. You have no idea. My whole intention in this whole ordeal was to do just that, to make sure that there's a voice, and if I had to be the first one, so be it.
You talked earlier, Lisa, about that winter storm hitting Alaska. It's been kind of rainy and dreary the last couple days here in Kansas too, but thankfully I think it's over for at least a couple days, but nonetheless, about to send it over to Tyler Amble here for the Weather Center.
What should we expect, Tyler?
Hey, thank you very much, guys. And as you said, you hit it right on the nose. The winter storm that has passed through is now hovering right over Wisconsin and should clear out there fairly quickly. And we'll take a look at the rain-snow graph on that. Yeah, as you can see, this first line is what came through on Monday. And this line blob up here in Wisconsin is what came through on Tuesday morning. And right now, that line is staying as rain there, but up in Wisconsin, they're getting hit. They could see anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snow in the Green Bay, Madison area. Back here, though, we have terrific conditions. As you see, that low pressure and that front will move right on out. We should see wonderful conditions, great fall-like conditions, as this high pressure over here will kind of just hover over us for the next 5 or 6 days even. As we could see going on to the next one, we take a look at Saturday's forecast for the football game, and it looks like temperatures are going to be absolutely wonderful. Maybe a light jacket, maybe some jeans, but other than that, the game should be terrific. Hopefully the offense kind of warms up a little bit too. And as we take a look at the 5-day forecast, like I said, those conditions are going to get better and better. Saturday, that's actually going to be partly cloudy, so we should see some sunshine as well as we hit fall temperatures now. Send it back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Tyler. Great job. When we come back, we'll talk to Taylor Williamson at the Sports Desk.
And he'll tell us which KU basketball player was back in the game last night. Stay with us.
Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall down, I'd just stare out my window, dreaming of what could be, and if I'd end up happy, I would pray I could break away. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky, and I'll make a wish, take a chance, make a change, and break away. Out of the darkness and into the sun, I won't forget all the ones that I love. I gotta take a risk, take a chance, make a change, and break away.
We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Let's now head over to Taylor Williamson at the sports desk.
Take it away, Taylor.
Thanks, guys. Well, KU basketball played its second and final exhibition game against Fort Hays State last night. The Hawks, who had been off since they beat Pittsburgh State last week, were buoyed by the return of Naismith watch candidate Thomas Robinson, and the Hawks got out to a hot start, jumping out to an early 16-6 lead, capped off by a big Connor Tehan three. They continued their hot shooting, and a Travis Relaford three just before the half put the Jayhawks up 54-24. Second half was a lot of the same as the Jayhawks ended the game with a winning tally of 101-52. Thomas Robinson, who just returned, led the team with 22 points and 12 rebounds, and he had a couple of his signature jams. Connor Tehan had a good night, going 5 for 5 from the floor with 14 points. That wraps up the exhibition season for the Jayhawks, and Coach Self talked about what he saw in T-Rob.
I thought he played pretty good, and he's a little tied early, but he got the, if I'm not mistaken, the first basket of the game, and then he made a little 14-footer right after that, and he was in a pretty good rhythm. I thought he did good.
The Jayhawks have their first regular season game of the season against Towson this Friday, 7 o'clock at Allen Fieldhouse. And a little bit more on the basketball front, Perry Ellis, the five-star commit from Wichita, has officially signed his letter of intent to play at KU. Ellis announced last month that he was planning to attend the university. And in women's basketball, junior forward Carolyn Davis is being listed as day-to-day after the KU athletic staff discovered a stress fracture in her right foot. The preseason All-Big 12 player expects to return soon. And in a little bit of football minutia, the Missouri-KU game on November 26th will now kick off at 2:30 as opposed to its initial 11 a.m. start time. The game will still be played on Fox Sports Net. KU's next game against Baylor will not be televised, but kickoff for that one is at 1 o'clock at Memorial Stadium. You could also catch the game on 90.7 FM KUJH-TV. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks for the update, Taylor. Now take a look at this incredible video out of Scotland.
There was a slight mishap at a fireworks display. All the fireworks were set off at once. The show was supposed to last more than 20 minutes, but all the action was over in just about a minute, about 50 seconds. Event organizers say there was a computer glitch that caused the whole fiasco. That's all for your Wednesday newscast. Be sure to check out these stories and more at kansan.com.
Have a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching.